Hi, my name is Mimi, and today will be a beginner-friendly mat workout. Let's start out standing on our mat, feet about hip distance apart and knees soft. Then we'll reach up overhead, inhaling as we reach, and we'll exhale to roll down, reaching down to the mat. Then we'll shift some of our weight forward, letting everything just hang. Softly nod your head yes, and shake your head no. Then soften your knees and round your back as you gently roll up, stacking your spine bottom to top. Then we'll soften the knees again and we'll reach up, fingertips reaching all the way up to the ceiling, and we'll side bend. Inhaling first, then exhaling and reaching off to one side. Inhaling to return, and exhaling to side bend to the other side. Inhale, come back, and exhale, side bend. Last one. Inhale, and exhale to side bend. Then we'll inhale to return. Let's bring the arms down, soften the knees again. Then we'll soften the elbows as well, rounding the arms slightly. Then we'll use our exhale breath to reach the arms around to round the back, and our inhale to push the arms back past the body, stacking the spine up and growing taller, lifting the chest and pushing the shoulder blades down. Standing cat-cow, exhale, round, nod the chin to the chest, and inhale to push the chest up. Exhale, round, and inhale to come up. Last one. Exhale, round, and inhale to stack the spine bottom to top. Then last but not least, arm circles. Starting with the right arm, reach the arm up overhead, then reaching the arm back, rotate to take a look at your hand and return. Reach up, around, rotate, and bring the arm back. 3 more. This is 2. And last one. Then the left side. Make sure you rotate to look at the hand, then bring it back. Again, reach up, rotate to look, and bring it back. 3 more. Reach and rotate. 2. And last one. Reach and rotate and bring it back. Now let's take it down to the mat. I'll be lying down on my mat with my back all the way down to the floor, my knees bent, and my feet on the floor as well. Then I'll find the place where I feel comfortable. I'll sink my shoulder blades down into the mat, really working to open up my chest and melt down into the mat. Then my tailbone will touch down to the mat, and my belly will pull in nice and tight, like my belly button is reaching down to the floor or back to my spine. My arms will come down to the floor as well, and I'll walk my feet in a little bit closer to my seat. Then from here, a few deep breaths, practicing my Pilates breathing, a deep inhale through the nose, pulling the air into the back of my rib cage, and an exhale out through my mouth, tightening my abdominal muscles as I exhale. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. And exhale. Tighten your tummy. And this is the kind of breathing we'll be using for all of our exercises today. So don't forget to take nice deep breaths and to engage your abdominal muscles every time you exhale. Now for pelvic rocks. Your 2 hip bones should be level with each other, and your pubic bone should also be level with your hip bones, so that those bones form a little triangle. And that makes up your pelvis. We'll go into our pelvic rock by inhaling to prepare, then exhaling, drawing the belly in nice and tight, and tipping our pelvis back, reaching those 2 hip bones down to the mat, and that pubic bone up, rounding the lower back. Then we'll inhale To release it, coming back to neutral, where those two hip bones and that pubic bone are level with each other. Exhale to tip, hip bones are reaching down, pubic bone is reaching up, belly pulls in nice and tight, low back is rounded. Inhale to release. Exhale, tilt, and inhale to release. 3 more. Exhale to tilt, and inhale to release. This is 2, and 1. Hold it right here. So we've tilted that pelvis and we're going to hold it with the pubic bone reaching up. Then we'll start to lift our hips, peeling ourselves away from the mat, lifting up inch by inch, taking those hip bones up and keeping our shoulder blades glued to the floor. We're going to roll all the way up onto our shoulder blades and hold. Then we'll use our inhale breath to roll down from the top of the rib cage all the way through to the tailbone, pressing each little piece of our spine down into the mat until the tailbone touches again. Inhale. Then use that exhale to tip the pelvis, reaching those 2 hip bones down and the pubic bone up. Then peel yourself away and lift. Really connecting to your seat, engaging your glute muscles as you lift. Then roll down to the floor inch by inch. Exhale, take it up to the top. And inhale, down to the floor. 2 more. Exhale, take it up. And inhale to lower. For the last one, take it up to the top and hold. Exhale. Peel yourself away, roll all the way up until you're on your shoulder blades, then hold. Bring your left leg up to tabletop and lower it. Then bring the right leg up to tabletop and lower it. Work to keep your 2 hip bones level with each other as you alternate lifting and lowering your legs, like a slow march. Lift and lower, lift and lower. 2 more sets. And this is the last one. Then take a big inhale breath and use your exhale to roll down to the mat, pressing each little piece of your back down into the floor. Pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug, pull those legs in very close to you, then rock gently from side to side. Then for our hip stretch, we'll glue the bottoms or the soles of our feet together, and we'll reach down, grab our ankles, and pull them to our seat, releasing our hips and letting our knees open up to the sides. Take 1 more deep breath. Then we'll bring everything back together and we'll set our feet back on the floor. We'll create a little bit of space in between our knees, about 3 or 4 inches or the width of a fist. So space in between, and I'll lift my left leg and reach that leg long with my toes pointed, reaching all the way up to the ceiling. Arms are pressing down into the mat. I'm going to lower the leg and lift the leg. So I'll exhale to lower, and I'll inhale to lift, working right from my hip. Exhale, lower, and inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, inhale, lift. 4 more, lower, and lift. This is 2. Last one, lower, lift. Then reach your hands for the back of the leg and pull it towards you. Give yourself a little stretch. Then release, bend the knee, touch the foot down to the floor, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Toes are reaching up to the ceiling, arms are pressing down into the floor. Exhale to lower the leg, inhale to lift. Exhale, lower, inhale, lift. A few more, lower and lift. This is 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Reach your hands up and pull that leg toward you for a nice little stretch down the back of your leg. Then go ahead and release it. Bend the knee and touch the foot down to the floor. Then we have our hundreds exercise. We're going to curl up, head, neck, and shoulders. Extend the arms over the floor with the palms facing down. Shoulder blades are even lifting off of the mat. We'll do half, and then we'll take a break and we'll do the other half. Gently pump your arms. Inhale for 5 counts, and exhale for 5 counts. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep pumping. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause and roll down. Pull your knees into your chest. Rock gently from side to side. Take a deep breath. Then touch those feet down to the floor. It's time for our second round. If you're looking for a challenge, you also have the option to bring your legs up to tabletop. Let's try it. Head comes up off of the floor, neck and shoulders follow. Legs come up to tabletop one at a time. Then I'll glue my inner thighs and my ankles together. My arms hover over the floor and I go into that second round. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale and relax. Bring your feet down, roll down. Bring your arms down as well. Take 2 deep breaths. One more. Then bring those legs back up to tabletop. We'll grab one leg, the outside leg. My hand will go to my shin and my other hand to my knee, and then I'm going to extend the other leg away from me all the way down to the floor, stretching it as long as possible. The other leg stretches completely in the opposite direction, really pulling it into my chest. I have the option for my single leg stretch exercise to stay curled up, or if this is not comfortable for my neck, I can bring my head down to the floor. So I'm going to curl up, and I'm going to use my exhale breath to really pull on this leg and stretch it while I work hard to reach the other leg in the opposite direction. Then I'll switch and do the same thing. Reaching the legs away from each other, working to stretch not just the long leg, but both legs at the same time. Stretch and stretch, stretch and stretch. Inhale and exhale. Two more sets. One more. Then I'm going to bring my legs into my chest, roll down, and rock gently from side to side. Then I'll pause in the middle and take 2 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. One more. And exhale. Then I'll keep my knees close to my chest with my hands on the outsides of my shins, and I'll curl up, head, neck, and shoulders. We still have the option to keep the head down on the mat if this is uncomfortable. Then from here, instead of stretching just one leg, we'll go into double leg stretch, reaching both out at the same time. So I'll inhale to prepare. Then I'll exhale and reach my arms up and my legs away. Then I'll circle my arms around to bring my legs back in. Reach up, then circle around. Reach up, then circle around. If this is uncomfortable for your lower back, you also have the option to reach the legs up a little higher. Reach up, circle around. Reach up, circle around. So the version of the exercise that you do is up to you and what your body is telling you. Last one. Circle around, bring it down. Bring your feet down to the mat also. Then gently turn your head from side to side, working to get any tension out of your neck muscles. Then 2 deep breaths. Inhale And exhale. One more inhale. Then exhale. Then we'll flip onto our side for our side lying leg exercises. I'm going to lay on my side with my elbow under my shoulder and my palm facing down to the mat. Then my other arm is going to come down in front of me. My arm will be lined up with my belly button with my hand on the mat. My legs are long, my toes are pointed, and I'm going to lift my top leg so that my hip, my knee, and my ankle are level with each other. It's a few inches over my bottom leg. This is my starting and stopping point for my lower and lift. So I'll lift first, inhale, and I'll exhale to lower back to that hover over the bottom leg. I'm lifting only as high as I can keep my torso stable. So notice they're not really big movements where my body is rocking back and forth, but it's a slow and controlled movement. Inhale up and exhale down. 3 more, inhale up and exhale down. 2. Last one. Then from that lift and lower, I'll go forward and back for side kick. The same thing, it's a slow and controlled movement, only as big as I can keep my body stable. Inhale forward and exhale back. Inhale, sweep the leg out. Exhale to draw it back. 4 more. 3. 2. Last one. Then I'll return that leg, bringing it down to stack on top of the lower leg, and I'll bend my knees and draw my heels in a little closer to my seat for clamshell. So I'm going to pretend that from my hip, my knee, and ankle, this entire region, I am a clam, and I'm going to open and close my shell, or I'm going to open and close my top leg. So my hand comes down to the mat to help me stabilize. I exhale, open my clamshell, and I inhale to close it. Really feeling the outside of my leg or the side of my glute working. And close. Open and close, keeping those ankles in contact with each other so they're touching. 4, 3, 2, last one. Open and close. Then we'll switch around to the other side. So same thing, I'm laying on my side. I have my elbow right underneath my shoulder. Then I have my top hand touching down to the mat, and my arm is lined up with my belly button. My legs are long and my feet are slightly in front of me. My body is shaped kind of like a banana. It has a little bit of a curve in the middle. Then for that top leg, it comes to a hover over the bottom leg with my hip, my knee, and my ankle level with each other. Then I use my inhale breath to lift and my exhale to lower, being careful not to make really quick movements or really harsh movements that would cause my torso to wiggle. Slow and controlled up and down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale up and exhale down. 3 more, up and down. 2 more. Last one, up and down to that hover. Then for side kick, we go forward and back. Inhale, sweep the leg forward, and exhale to draw it back just past the lower leg. Forward and back. Forward and back. 3, 2. Last one, forward and back. Then we'll bring that leg in, lower it down, and bend our knees for our clamshell. Heels come close to my seat. My ankles are together. My legs become a clamshell, and I'm going to open and close my clamshell. Exhale to open, and inhale to close. Open and close. This is 4. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. 3. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. 2. And last one. Then I'll flip onto my back and I'll stretch the muscles that I just worked. I'm gonna roll it all the way down. Then I'll take my right ankle first and cross it over my left knee with my toes reaching back toward my kneecap to create a nice little pull in the back of my hip, that muscle I just worked. But if I'm looking for a deeper stretch, I have the option to reach down and pull the shape toward me. Then I'll hold it here. One more deep breath. And I'll bring it back down to the mat and switch sides. My left ankle over my right knee. My toes flexing or reaching back to create that nice pull in the back of my hip. I also have the option to reach down and pull the shape toward me for an even deeper stretch. Then I'll release it. I'm going to bring it all the way back down to the mat. Then we'll come all the way up into a seated position, and I'm going to turn catty corner so you can see me a little bit better on the mat. My feet will open up to about as wide as my mat. Then I'm sitting up nice and tall with a straight line from the top of my head down to my sit bones. My belly is pulling in nice and tight, like my belly button is reaching back to my spine, and my arms are extended out in front of me with my palms facing down. This is called spine stretch forward. I'll take a big inhale to prepare. Then as I exhale, I'll nod my chin to my chest. I'll pull my belly in nice and tight, hollowing out my belly, then rounding my back, and I'll reach forward, passing my toes if it's comfortable for me. Then I'll inhale to stack my spine up. Exhale, pull my belly in, sink my shoulder blades down, nod my chin to my chest, and reach forward. Then inhale to stack my spine up, bottom to top. Exhale to nod. Pull the belly and sink the shoulder blades down, round and reach forward. Then stack, stack, stack all the way up to the top. Last two, inhale and exhale. Reaching forward, then stack. Last one, exhale, nod. Pull the belly in, pull the shoulder blades down, round and reach, and inhale to stack. Now let's bring it up, lace our fingers, and place our hands behind our head. I can still see my shoulders, my elbows out of the corner of my eye. That was a trick. My elbows out of the corner of my eye. I'm sitting up as tall as I can. And for this one, I'll stay seated as tall as I can, and I'll go into rotating. I'll inhale to prepare, and I'll exhale to rotate to one side. Then I'll inhale to come back to the middle, and I'll exhale to rotate to the other side. Inhale to come back. As you're doing this exercise, you can picture yourself wringing water out of a washcloth, which in this case, that washcloth that's being wrung out is your spine getting a nice stretch from all of this rotating. Back to the middle for the inhale. Exhale to rotate. 2 more sets. Rotate, center, rotate, center. Last one. Rotate, center, rotate, center. Then we'll add on to this. So we'll do everything that we did before as far as our breathing and our rotation, but we'll add on a side bend this time. So I inhale first, then I'll exhale, and I'll side bend, reaching my elbow to the same knee, so right to right. Then I'll bring it up and back to the middle, and I'll rotate again. Bending, now left to left, straightening and coming back. So I exhale to rotate, inhale to side bend, exhale to straighten, and inhale to return to the middle. Exhale, rotate, inhale, bend, exhale, straighten, inhale to return. 2 more sets. Exhale to rotate, inhale to bend, Exhale to straighten and inhale to return. Exhale to rotate. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. And inhale to bring it back to the middle. Then we'll flip it over. We'll come onto all fours for one more stretch. Hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Then we'll go into a cat-cow stretch, but now we're doing this cat-cow stretch in quadruped position instead of standing like when we started. I'll use my exhale breath to round my back like a scared cat. And I'll use my inhale to reverse that, arching my back, lifting my head. It's an exhale breath. I'll nod my chin to my chest. I'll tuck my tailbone under. It's like the tip of my nose and my tailbone are reaching for each other. Then I'll reverse that with my inhale. For my cow, or it can be a coyote howling at the moon, whatever you prefer. Round back and an arched back. Round back and an arched back. Two more. Round and arch. Last one. Round and arch. Then let's push back into child's pose. Sit back on your heels. Walk your hands out in front of you as far forward as you can. Then bring your head down to the mat and hold it here. Take 2 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Then walk your hands back in. Let's take it all the way up to standing and we'll roll down. Feet about hip distance apart, knees soft. Reach the arms up overhead. Inhale, then use your exhale to fold in half and reach down to the mat. Hold it here, shift your weight forward just a little bit into your toes and gently nod your head yes. And shake your head no. Soften your knees, round your back and roll up, stacking your spine, bottom to top. Then we'll bring our arms up and lace our fingers. Then we'll turn our palms out. I'm going to bring my arms back to line up with my ears. Then I'll inhale first, and I'll exhale to side bend to one side, taking my head and neck with me. Then I'll inhale to bring it back to the middle, and I'll exhale to take it over to the other side. Inhale back to the middle. Let's do that one more time. Exhale and side bend. Reach. Inhale to come back to the middle. And exhale to take it over to the other side. Inhale to come back to the middle. Then we'll lower our arms. We'll do a quick hamstring stretch. Let's take our foot forward, just one foot. I'm going to start with my right foot, with my heel touching the floor, my toes reaching back, and I'm going to bend my knee and sit back into my hips as I reach down toward the floor, creating a pull down the back of my leg as I reach down. Then I'll hold it here. And I'll bring it up. Then I have the other side. I'm going to reach that leg off to the side slightly in front of me. Bend my knee, sit back into my hips, and as I do, I'm going to reach that arm all the way down and create that pull down the back of my leg. Then let's bring it up carefully. Bring that foot back down, soften the knees, and 3 deep breaths. Inhale to reach up, and exhale down. 2 more, inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you can join us again next week virtually or very soon at one of our resource centers. Until then, stay active, healthy, and informed.